We gardeners pour our hearts into the soil, we nurture seeds, we water roots, and we wait patiently for life to emerge. But then, they arrive. Tiny armies of aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies descend upon our precious plants. It can feel like a constant, unending battle. We reach for the latest chemical sprays from the garden center. We are promised quick fixes and total protection. Yet, year after year, the pests seem to return, sometimes even stronger than before. It is a frustrating cycle, one that leaves our plants, and our spirits, feeling a little weary from the fight. The truth is, our modern methods are showing their limits. These chemical solutions are becoming more and more expensive. Every trip to the shop seems to cost a little more. And what are we getting for our money? We are seeing pests that seem to laugh in the face of these potent concoctions. They are adapting. They are building resistance. What worked wonders 5 years ago now barely makes a dent. We spray and spray, but the greenfly just keeps on munching. This reliance on ever stronger chemicals is a treadmill we can't seem to get off of, and it is tiring us out. This chemical warfare in our gardens comes at a hidden cost. It is not just about the money we spend, it is about what we are putting into our soil, our air, and our world. These harsh chemicals do not just target the pests we want to eliminate. They can harm the very ecosystem we are trying to cultivate. They can linger in the soil, affecting the delicate balance of microorganisms that keep our plants healthy from below. We are in essence fighting a fire with gasoline. We are trying to solve a problem of nature by going against its fundamental principles, so we find ourselves at a crossroads. We can continue down this path, spending more for less effective and potentially harmful products, or we can pause, take a breath, and look for a different way. A way that is kinder to our wallets and to the planet. A way that works with nature, not against it. The pests are getting smarter, so it is time for us to get wiser. The answer, I believe, does not lie in a new laboratory creation. It lies in the ancient wisdom that has been waiting patiently for us to rediscover it. Long before there were garden centers with shelves of colorful plastic bottles, there were farmers and gardeners who faced the very same challenges. They too had to protect their crops from hungry insects. They didn't have access to modern chemistry, so they turned to the world around them. They looked to the trees and the plants for answers, and in many parts of the world, particularly in India, they found a remarkable solution in a humble tree. This tree was the neem tree, a plant so revered for its properties that it was often called the village pharmacy. Its power was a gift from nature. Ancient farmers had a deep understanding of the neem tree's secrets. They observed that locusts, which would devour entire fields of other crops, would completely avoid the neem. They learned to harness this natural power. They would gather the leaves and the seeds of the tree. They would crush the seeds to release a potent, golden oil. This was not a chemical poison, it was a natural substance, rich in compounds that insects simply could not stand. They would then mix this oil with water, creating a simple, effective spray to protect their precious food source. This practice has been passed down through generations for thousands of years. It was a cornerstone of sustainable agriculture. Farmers would prepare their neem solution and spray it onto their crops as a preventative measure. They knew it didn't just kill pests outright like a harsh chemical. It worked in a much cleverer, more profound way. It disrupted the very life cycle of the pests. It was a method born from careful observation and a deep respect for the natural world. This was not about annihilation. It was about creating balance and harmony in the field. The beauty of this ancient method is its simplicity and its success. It worked then, and it works now. It proves that nature has already provided the tools we need to tend to our gardens effectively. We have just forgotten how to use them. By looking back to the wisdom of these early farmers, we can find a path forward. We can step off the chemical treadmill and embrace a solution that is as old as the soil itself. The neem tree is a testament to the enduring power of nature's own defenses. You can bring this ancient wisdom into your own garden very easily. You do not need a complicated laboratory or expensive equipment. All you need are 3 simple ingredients. The first is pure, cold-pressed neem oil. You can find this online, or at good garden supply shops. Make sure it is 100% pure for the best results. The second ingredient is a mild natural soap. A simple liquid Castile soap is perfect. This acts as an emulsifier, helping the oil and water to mix properly. The final ingredient is warm water from your tap. That is all there is to it. Here is the simple recipe to make about 1 liter of your own powerful neem spray. First, take a 1 liter spray bottle, pour in 1 teaspoon, that's about 5 milliliters, of your cold-pressed neem oil. Next, add half a teaspoon, about 2.5 milliliters, of the mild liquid soap. The soap is very important, as oil and water do not like to mix on their own. The soap breaks down the oil, allowing it to dissolve evenly into the water. If you skip this step, the oil will just float on top and your spray will not be effective. Now screw the lid on your spray bottle and give it a very good shake. Shake it vigorously, for at least a minute. You should see the mixture turn a cloudy, milky white color. This tells you that the oil and soap have emulsified correctly. Once it is well mixed, top up the bottle with about 1 liter of warm water. The warm water helps everything stay mixed together. Give it one final shake and your ancient pest solution is ready to use. It is that simple. A recipe that has been used for centuries is now in your hands. The best time to apply your neem spray is in the evening, as the sun is setting or on a cloudy day. This prevents any risk of the oil scorching the leaves in direct sunlight. Spray your plants thoroughly. Make sure you cover the tops, and, crucially, the undersides of the leaves, as this is where many pests like to hide and lay their eggs. Also spray the stems and the soil around the base of the plant. You will be amazed. Often, by the next morning, you will see a dramatic reduction in pests. The garden will be quieter. So, how does this simple, oily mixture work so well, often overnight? It does not work like a harsh chemical poison. Instead, it works biologically, using a clever trick of nature. Neem oil contains a powerful natural compound called azadirachtin. This compound mimics the hormones that insects need to grow and reproduce. When a pest, like an aphid, ingests the neem oil from a leaf, this compound gets to work. It confuses the insect system. It makes them lose their appetite, so they stop eating your precious plants almost immediately. This is why the damage stops so quickly. The magic does not end there. The neem compound also disrupts the pest's ability to molt, which is how insects grow from one stage of life to the next. It also interferes with their ability to mate and lay eggs. So, you are not just stopping the current invaders, you are preventing the next generation from ever arriving. This is why it is so much more effective than contact poisons. Pests cannot build up a resistance to it in the same way they do with chemicals, because it interrupts their fundamental biology. It is a gentle but incredibly firm no-entry sign for pests. Crucially, this method is so much safer for the garden's ecosystem. Neem oil is generally harmless to beneficial creatures when used correctly. It does not harm our vital pollinators, like bees and butterflies, as they do not eat the plant leaves. It does not harm the earthworms working tirelessly to enrich our soil. By spraying in the evening, we ensure that the bees are safely back in their hives. The oil breaks down naturally in sunlight and soil within a few days, leaving no toxic residue behind. It is a targeted solution that respects the complex web of life in our gardens. I urge you to give this a try. Step away from the harsh chemicals and embrace a solution that has stood the test of time. Mix up a bottle of this simple neem spray and apply it to an affected plant. See for yourself the difference it makes by morning. You will be tending to your garden in a way that is effective, affordable, and deeply respectful of the natural world. It is a return to a partnership with nature. Please, share your stories of success with fellow gardeners. Let us spread this ancient wisdom and help our gardens and our planet to thrive.